Hey guys, welcome back to Screen Orb. Today we'll have a look at a couple of bar rescue episodes in which it became pretty intense for Jon Taffer. Let's head into it. Number 6. Canyon Inn. What can a man do when he tries to offer his help to somebody, but they just won't accept what they've got to say? Taffer has dealt with a few extremely unreasonable Canyon Inn property owners. They claimed his ideas were terrible and even served canned soup for customers. It seems impossible for someone to say that "do not serve canned soup please" is a horrendous idea. I mean, this is it. Taffer was somewhat irritated, and justifiably so, since all his ideas were being rejected. That is understandable, and Taffer became mad when they said they wouldn't stop serving the soup. But instead of using his hands like everyone was expecting him to do, he just left. Number 5. Underground Wonderbar. It's possible that Taffer may be the only one who's at fault in this particular instance. For nearly 20 years, the Underground Wonderbar had become a huge musical place, until they shifted to a more classy area in Chicago. A bar once quite popular lost all its pizzazz. Taffer's solution was pretty weird, as he suggested that the bar change its theme to bacon. Yeah, that's not a manufacturer. The glorious wall hangings had disappeared, and the culture so had with their loss. The vegan owner had to sell the bacon and play music on average. Taffer appeared angry about all of this when she confronted him. Number 4. Portland's Tonic. You do know what the introduction to a catastrophic episode sounds like. Jon was greeted by one of the most terrifying bands he'd ever seen, and a completely vacant room. Taffer started to operate steadily on the bar's brand and its entire vibe, and even replaced the panic room with the name. Taffer became extremely angry when he found out that it was his employees who'd been responsible for destroying the reputation of the bar, because they used obscene language when responding to calls. He really exploded in front of them and involved intense screaming. Throughout this scenario, Taffer went out to catch his breath and cool down. These employees should thank their lucky stars for having the temperament Taffer does, because his volcanic anger might have scared anyone to their very core. Number 3. Pirates Tavern. When you see Pirates Tavern, you think of pirates, you're right. It's a real tavern with a pirate theme, and the staff also has pirate get-ups on. It sure seemed a cheaper version of the Caribbean's pirates. Jon tried his best and suggested changing the tavern's atmosphere to a more welcoming one, without picking headwear that would have a dress code. Neither the owner nor the employees were interested, and they all wanted their mayhem connected with the pirate theme. Taffer was truly astonished because he thought the employees would not want to continue to laugh at him, and when an employee said he would leave if the changes were implemented, one could see that Jon really had to restrain himself and his fists before starting something physical. Number 2. Pizzeria Catastrophe. When Jon Taffer met Danny, he had decent hopes that this man's bar wasn't terrible. However, he was enraged the moment he saw the pasta abomination Danny had been serving a guest. The bar owner did not seem to appreciate the manner in which Taffer spoke to him, and began speaking back with disrespect. This just added fuel to the fire. Danny and Taffer had a fairly big quarrel in front of everyone, in a string of curse words and yelling. Taffer was shocked that although he knew that Danny would serve Mrs. Taffer, he wisely served disgusting food to a man's partner, who could knock his bar off the face of the earth. Shortly afterwards, Taffer's rage shifted to investors, as they owned 60% of the bar. They certainly had enough power to force Danny to do better, but clearly they did not care. You might ask yourself, what was Danny doing in this whole scenario? He just laughed. Number 1. The drunk owner. At number 1, we've got the drunk owner. I know you've all waited for this one. When Taffer replied, "Mr. Hero is no hero to me," we all knew things were going down. Taffer was unimpressed at how rudely his wife was being treated by the owner, who quietly took all the verbal abuse he sent her way. This abuse did not end at his partner, but depending on who was closest, would move from bartender to bartender. Taffer wanted him to stop drinking on the job, and told him if he saw it happen again, he would publicly fire him at his own family bar, which would be an enormous embarrassment. Jimmy McGowan was unable to handle this and began to scream back in the face of Taffer, and we all know from past experience that his action never worked positively in favor of anyone. The drunk owner really humiliated Taffer. While all of this is happening, customers are starting to watch the brawl go down. When Taffer tells McGowan to get out, he's forced out by the co-owner, and the investors side with Taffer. What do you think about the drunk owner humiliating Jon Taffer? Was Taffer right to kick him out of his own bar? Let us know in the comment section. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.